So it's been a minute, and yeah, basically, I have been going through a mini mom crisis because my 1.5-year old has been extremely fussy and temperamental. And the new thing he recently started doing was picking his diaper. Yes. So, mom has been frustrated. I have been wanting to just I've been losing my shit, okay? I've been losing my mind for the past couple of weeks with my toddler, and it's taken everything in me to stay sane. I'm just gonna say that. But my goodness, if I could find the words to describe how I'm feeling, trust me, I would. I would tell you, but I really can't say anything other than I've been losing my shit and I've been trying to hold it all in. But nonetheless, I wanted to give you guys a real update to my planning dilemma. I know I made a community tab post about, like some of the stuff that I wasn't liking or what wasn't working for me. So I kind of just want to touch bases on that and then just show you guys basically what I'm doing right now. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, but if you're down to watch from beginning to end, I appreciate you. Love you for it. If you click off because the content is not for you, understand. There's no hate towards you. You like what you like, and that is understandable. But for the ones who want to stick around, please do stick around. Okay, so let's get into it. You guys know I've been using that Hobonichi Weeks Mega, and I've been using that Midori. We're going to talk about this Midori first because this I think I think some people don't be honest when they be sharing their stuff, but this going to be real life for y'all. So, I like this Midori a lot. I will say that. I do like it a whole lot. I think it's portable. I think the way that I have mine set up is practical. But here's the thing, okay? So let's go in here and let's look. So I've been, like I said, I've been having my mini mom crisis, right? And this is this week, right? Filled out, set it up, haven't touched it since the setup. Have a lot of stuff in here, haven't touched it. Um, yeah, haven't touched it. And then here's the daily, right? The last day that I was in this, and I'll talk about, like this too, but the last day I was in this was January 28th, right? And then I tried to do like this brain dumping wheel. Don't know if you guys can see it really good. It's in the back. It's behind these stickers. Try to do a brain dumping wheel, and I used some markers, and I don't know, this paper does not react the same way as the Tomoe River paper in the Hobonichi. It bled through very bad. Like, I know you guys can see it right there now. Like, it bled through really bad. So that kind of pissed me off a little bit. So I was like, this was such an expensive book. This book was like $60 and it did that. But nonetheless, slap some stickers on it, move ahead. I tried to back plan from January 29th to the 6th of February, and I did. I did get up to this point, like I wasn't utilizing these, like some of them I was, but I wasn't really utilizing the second page. Like it was kind of dormant. It wasn't getting utilized at all. Like some days I only had small stuff to write, some days I didn't have anything, and I didn't back plan this page. I think I had intentions to go back and do it, but I did not. And then here we go. I got up to the 6th of February, right? I wasn't even putting the schedule in because I didn't feel like back planning that much of it, and this is just being honest. I didn't feel like back planning this part, but I could do the task, right? So I got to the 6th of February. I got caught up, finally halfway caught up. And then, I don't know, I fell off again because this just seemed like it took so much effort, so much time. Like, I'm just going to be real. Like, at the end of the day, okay, so like we have a busy schedule, right? Me and my son. And at the end of the day, I'm too tired to sit down. I'm too tired to try to even draw some lines, put some schedules. Like, I don't want to do it. That's where I'm at. It's like, it's making me, this is the feeling that I was having with the Hobonichi. It's making me feel like a bullet journal. And I don't have time for that right now. So I went rummaging through some planners that I used. And one of the planners, if you guys know anything about um, like my Discbound journey, one of the planners I was using was the Plum planner. And this is why I said in the beginning of the video, I know this content is not going to be for some people, and if you click off, I totally understand, because I understand that there are people who followed me specifically for the Midori and the Hobonichi, or the bullet journaling aspect of planning, my planning, and they don't care about my Discbound system like at all. And I completely understand that if this is not the content for you. But here's where I'm at. I want to make content that is um useful to anyone in the planner community. I also want to share my planning journey. This is my life. I'm trying to sort it all out myself. So anything that I find interesting, or I find that someone could take away from, I'm going to share it. And that's just how it is. So with that being said, this was something that I was using like 4 months ago. Not 4 months ago, I'm sorry, back August, and I used it for 4 months. So these are the archived inserts. So basically, I was flipping through this. I put my covers and stuff in here. I cut this one down to half letter, almost like half letter size. But anyway, I was using this planner back in August, and I used it for 4 months. I threw away the fourth month because I started it, but I didn't complete the month, and there wasn't enough completed pages in order to archive. Like, it was just pointless. So I threw that one away. But nonetheless, started this out in August, and I found myself flipping through this so much. And basically, what I was flipping through was to understand, like, why did I even like the Plum Planner to begin with? Why did I like the system to begin with? And then, how was it helping me in the beginning, right? I love this. And then ultimately, I spent a lot of money on this. Like, I spent, you guys, if you watch that video, I spent a little over $200 because I went to Jane's Agenda, and then I got the Discbound covers for junior size, and then I went ahead and then I bought the disc. I bought the 2-inch disc, and I bought all the accessories. So I spent some money on this Discbound system, right? And then I stopped. I stopped planning in the Plum Planner because I kind of got bored with this layout. So the layout that I had originally purchased was the weekly, priorities, and then the daily. And then I left everything blank. I decided that I wanted all the sections to be blank, and I would just fill in the sections that I wanted them to be. And I'm just gonna tell you, I don't like that either, because a lot of times I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I would just, like, this was always to do, this was always top 3, this was always scheduled. So I was just like, okay, if I decide to go with my Plum Planner inserts for 2023, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave the sections that they already have filled out, and then tweak what I want a specific section to be. And I like this section to be meals versus gratitude. So that was the only edit that I made. Oh, and I made this notes, because I typically use this little box here for notes. So notes and meals. Those are the only 2 edits that I really made on the Plum Planner inserts this time around. So, like I said, I was using these for 4 months, and I really like them. This was probably the most productive, and I'm not even shitting you. This was probably the most productive I have been in any planner system. I love my bullet journals. I do. I love them. I think that I've also been very productive in my bullet journals, and I tend to gravitate towards them a lot because they're tweaked to be exactly what I need. But I don't, I'm a busy stay at home mom, I'm a wife, and I'm running our household, and I'm also a full time, you know, caregiver for our son. So I don't be having time to be sitting here drawn out this stuff, and nor do I have the energy, or nor do I want to draw out this stuff. So I purchased this because I tried out the Happy Planner. I want to say classic. Is it the classic with the 9 disc? I don't know. I was gifted it like a year, I want to say almost 2 years ago. I was gifted it, and I just tried it out, and I had no idea about disc. Um no idea whatsoever about disc, but for some reason it really, really worked. And another thing is, when I first showcased my Discbound planner, when I first showcased the Plum planner that I had went with, I got the questions like, why didn't I go with Happy Planner? Why did I go with Plum? And a lot of people gave me, like different feedback as to why they don't like disc, because the pages come out and like very easily. Like, I've been pushing the pages back in as I've been turning. I think that has something to do with the disc too, because on these Happy Planner discs, I have that issue. On the Jane's Agenda disc, I do not have the issue with the pages coming out as easily. So I think it has something to do with the punch in a disc. I'm still new to this, so I can't really say much, but for some reason, these Happy Planner discs don't work well with the Plum Planner inserts. I don't know, maybe it's because I don't have a lot archived in this, but they don't work that great. And I think I I have a couple of Happy Planner products, like little plastic dashboards, things like that. I have a couple of those. And what I will say is that I think the Happy Planner Punch has a larger, by stem, I mean like this part here, I think they have a longer stem. And I think that the Plum Planner inserts are a lot shorter. I think they use like a 11-ger punch maybe. But that's the only difference that I've noticed, is that the stems are a little different on the Happy Planner versus this. Now, to be honest, I actually prefer the Happy Planner punch. Like, I like the longer stem versus this shorter stem. I can't even pull that out easy. Versus this shorter stem that's on the Plum. So I think in the future, if if I if I do decide to order like more Plum planner inserts, if I ever invest in a punch, I think I'll just get the Happy Planner punch and just punch my inserts, because I kind of like the longer stem. I don't know. I'm just going to say I watched a bunch of videos, and someone was doing like a comparison between like the Levenger punch, the arc punch, like the holes, and then the Happy Planner. And yeah, I could kind of see like this might be punch with a Levenger punch or something. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, getting back on topic, I've been using the Plum Planner inserts for about 4 months, and I really, really like them. I think they're really, really beneficial to my life. Um, I like being able to put in my own schedule versus having a set standard schedule. And then this to-do list is very small, but I feel like when I have a to-do list like this, I feel like I'm more prone to getting the things done, because when I looked at my um when I looked at my Midori, right? I was breaking this down between AM, PM, and evening. So I would do this, and then I would have so many things that I wanted to get done for the morning, so many things for the afternoon, and then so many things for the evening. And basically, they were all just routines, like what our morning routine, what our evening routine, and so on. And every day I was like, okay, we don't need to do all that stuff in the morning. So then I started writing shorter lists, and I was writing the shorter list, and every day they kind of looked the same. Like, Shorter list, shorter routines, simplified. Some days we had longer routines because obviously we might have had something else going on that interfered with our usual typical routine, but nonetheless, I just found it being very repetitive, and sometimes I just really wasn't checking off or hitting all of the tasks like I really wanted to. So take away these large to do tasks and simplify it by giving myself a small section of tasks, and then I can do my scheduling here. So I like how simple this is. I think the 2 pages for me right now is just a bit much because I don't have a super extensive busy life. It's busy because I'm a mom and I'm a wife, but it's not busy like I work a job, then I come home and I take care of that. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that. So, um yeah, the Plum Planner inserts. This is basically just like this is what I'm just flipping through this. This is what I did for 4 months. Absolutely loved it. And then I didn't get them. Now, the reason why I didn't get them is because, first of all, they're expensive. That's starters. They're really expensive. My current order that I placed for this year was about 140 something dollars. But here's where I'm at with it. I spent $140 on these inserts. I got my inserts last year from August to December, I want to say. January, hold on, let me see. January, February, March, April, May. No, August to August. So I got my inserts from August to August. I got them last year, and then I had them for 6 months, and then I have 6 months of 2023. So what I did is I just did the same thing. I got them August to August again. So I have 6 months of 2023, and then I have 6 months of 2024, which works out good for me because it allowed me to like continue my planning for the following year, and then maybe make a decision whether or not I need to tweak or change something. So I did it that way. But anyway, I spent a little money for my inserts, and then this was August or October, and then I didn't do the budget sheet for October. I did the dashboard, I did the monthly, I did quite a few of the dailies. I'm just bumming through these. I did quite a few of the dailies, and then I've given up on this. Like, I think, let me see. Yeah, the 19th was the last day. And then I just archived the rest in here because I don't know. I don't know. I just put the rest October with the rest of October. But anyway, nonetheless, um so like I was saying, I spent a little bit of money for my inserts for this year, and I have intentions to basically use my Plum planner now because it just makes so much more sense for my life. My Plum planner is chunky. So for those who like chunky planners, here's my baby. Now, a lot of people would say it's just too much for them, and that's fine. I don't leave, I don't go anywhere. And if I do go somewhere, I have other things that I can take with me. So there's that. So in my Plum planner, I have it housed in this, what is this? Paper Bound Creations cover. This cover, I like this cover, but I do want a different, like neutral cover, like maybe black or like a solid pink or something, because I like color. I cannot stand those aesthetically pleasing, like just very aesthetic, and it just looks plain to me. I like color. I like color covers, like pinks. Pink is my favorite color next to red. That's the kind of stuff that I like. But anyway, so I went back in and I pulled out everything from my Plum planner, like all the inserts. I pulled out everything. I looked at everything, and then what I did is I cleaned off my disk, and then I reset it up, like reorganized it. So, I still kept this the same. Only thing is I've added my monthly cards. I've redone my cleaning schedule. Now this schedule I redid because the cleaning schedule that I have in my Midori system was one that I had already created back in 2022, almost at 2023. And it was when we were in Germany, and I've already changed a lot of stuff in this cleaning. So this one I completely redid. So now I have my Monday cleaning tasks, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekends. And these are exactly what I do every single day. Like every day, this is the stuff that I was writing down. This is the stuff that I do all the time, cleaning wise, house wise. So it made more sense to me just put it on a card, reference it, and then that way I can tweak other things in the house, other areas, but I don't have to keep trying to figure out what I need to do house wise, cleaning wise, laundry wise. I don't have to keep trying to figure that out from week to week. I just made a schedule and then I just write the schedule down. This is what you need to be doing today. And then if other things happen to pop up, then I have this guide that I can work around. Okay. So that's new. Um Disregard all the things over there. These are all things that make me happy. Picture of me and my husband, and postcard that we actually got from our landlords in Germany. So all things that make me happy in this area. I didn't go over this, but basically all this in this section over here where my hand is just a little plastic dashboard that I made with sticky notes and page flags, and I just tucked it there because um it's a useful spot and I could just pull this off and pull sticky notes out. I don't know. Um and some color coding stickers and some removable tabs. The stickers are from Plum Planner, and then the tabs I just got from Amazon. And then my Plum Planner sticker kit, because I do get the kits, I get the subscriptions, and then I also have some Happy Planner stickers that I cut down. So my idea for this was to put things in here that I would use, because where it stands is that when I redid everything, I pulled out a bunch of pockets that didn't even have stuff in it that was useful to me or that I was using. So I pulled that stuff out, and then I didn't even have stickers in here that I was really using. I had old kits in here from previous months and I wasn't using them. So I just pulled out that stuff. I'm only going to keep what I'm using, what I need at the current moment. Um so I have some Happy Planner paper in here that I cut down, and my idea with this is to use this for extended to-do lists or like brain dumping stuff like that. It's not a whole lot. I got this again. I had got gifted I want to say classic Happy Planner, and I just been using the stuff that was given to me because I don't have any new Happy Planner inserts. All the inserts that I have for the Happy Planner are outdated and I've already used or wrote on them. So um, there's that. And then I have my yearly overviews for 2023. Oops, sorry guys. Special dates, which I have not filled out. Ideas and goals, which I have not filled out. And then here's my February. So, reason why I decided to go with a Plum Planner and not Happy Planner was specifically because I didn't really care for the Happy Planner layout. I do not care for like how they have their planners set up. I do like some of the Happy Planner things, and moving forward, I might set up a extension planner to like my own personal needs via Happy Planner, because Plum Planner is very expensive. But nonetheless, I really like the Happy Planner and I like their dashboard situation. I know that Happy Planner has a dashboard planner. I've seen it, but I like the Plum Planner's dashboard layout. It's a little simplified for me. And then also, I just like A5. A5 is like my favorite size. It's the size that legitly started me out in rings. I don't know if I still have this video up, and it might even be private on my channel, but I used to have, when Recollections first came out with their stuff, I used to have an A5 binder, and I used that binder while I was in school and working. So again, I love the A5 size, but nonetheless, I like this because in our house we have a command center where we write down like what we need to buy, things we need to do this week or month, and so on. And I try to update that, but sometimes I forget. So I like this because it gives me a visual of what we need to do for this month. So I break it down between like my goals, what my focuses are, whether or not we have birthdays, events, or holidays, the priorities for the month. So instead of breaking it down in weekly priorities, here, this is monthly priorities. Anything I'm tracking, household stuff that needs to be done this month, and then personal things that need to be done this month. So all of that goes into here, and I like it because I can literally see what this month will entail. This kind of really helps me break down my month a lot better versus just going headstrong like into my month and then trying to figure it out day by day. So I like having the monthly dashboard. Secondly, I use this note page that they include to throw things in. So maybe something comes up for the month and I did not include it right away into my monthly or my weekly. So in here, I just dump everything. Like I just dump reminders and things like that. I dump it into here. Or if there's stuff that needs to go with the dashboard, I usually add it here in this notes to go alongside with this. So that's basically how I use this. And then there's a monthly, and I chose not to use the monthly stickers this time around. I did sticker 1 month because the weekly and the daily come with a month, but for this one, I just decided to keep it a little clean. And basically, this is where I can just like dump all the information versus like having it all stickered and then the stickers get in the way. So this is my messy one, and this is how I'm using my weeklies in here. Before it was like super stickered up, and I just decided that I would use this top portion for priorities, this second section for today, and then this is like to do. And these aren't necessarily daily to dos, they're weekly to dos, like the things you need to do for this week on this day. I guess you can say that's daily to dos, but um, yeah, I guess you can say that's like daily to dos, but it's not everything. It's not everything for this specific day, but they are like my weekly usual to dos, like the things that I need to do for each day. I do them weekly. I'm trying to explain it the way that my mind is translating it to me, but it's not coming out that way. But hopefully, you got what I'm talking about. It's stuff for the week, it's stuff for the day, but it's not something I do every single day, but it's specifically for that week or in the week. Hope that makes sense. Nonetheless, this is how I've been using these, like these weeklies, and I really like this. I feel so productive, and I feel like I'm accomplishing so much more in here than I was in my Midori. I'm not even gonna lie to you, in my Midori, I felt like I was a little bit restricted because it's like, oh my god, if I mess up a page, I can't tear it out and I'm gonna have to look at it, and it just felt like it was too much pressure for me to keep up with like these pretty spreads. I felt like it had to be pretty. And in here, and I'm just using regular ballpoint pen, and I don't want to fuss with my pens and things like that. So again, I went back to my Plum planner because I really, 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 really like the Plum planner system. Like, I know people like Aaron Condren. I know people like the Happy Planner. I know people like the Hobonichi, things like that. But I've tried out the Hobonichi for a couple months now. I've also tried out that Midori. I love Midori for journaling. I don't think their planners work the best, and that's just my general opinion. Um, I like stuff like this because this to me just It screams functionality. It kind of works with my life, my lifestyle, and it's got color. It's got all the things that I like, right? So this is working, and I'm kind of glad that I made the revisions to my 2023 system before I got knee deep in the year, because then I would be stuck trying to figure out what to do. And I just don't want to be stuck. I made this decision and have not regretted it since. It was very pricey, but where I'm at with it is like it's a one-time purchase. You buy the inserts, you spend all the money for the inserts. Now you don't have to buy the inserts for a year unless you do other stuff. So that's how I looked at it. But anyway, I like this. I like this for tracking specific habits, like whether or not I took my vitamins and medications, whether or not I cleaned the bathroom out. The gray is what I didn't do. So if it's grayed out, I didn't do it. If it's colored, I did it. This week I only cleaned the bathroom. I clean the bathrooms every day. I'm very anal about clean bathrooms and floors. Like, I'm very anal about the house in general, but I'm really anal about kitchens and bathrooms and stuff like that. So I try to clean it every day, but like I said, my toddler has been throwing me a wrench. So it's been kind of hard to keep up with a lot of stuff that I do. Also, I track my spending. I'm trying to get into a habit where I spend less and less turns into zero because I've spent a lot of money. The only thing I don't like about the Plum Planner is the Happy Planner paper is, I think, in my opinion, a little bit thicker. It's also grippier. The Planner paper feels really smooth, but my markers, the dot markers that I'm using right now, they bleed so bad, and like I wasn't even pressing really hard, and that's what it looks like. So it could just be this specific marker because like I used markers on this paper last year and they did not do that. So I think it's just this brand of markers that I'm using because this is these are new markers and I have not ever used these. But right now I'm using these Ohuhu dual tip dot pens, and this is what I'm using to do like all of this, like these little dots and things. I noticed that the metallic ones don't bleed as bad, but the ones that are not metallic, they bleed a lot. So I'm on the hunt for some dot pens. I don't know too much about the dot pens, but I'm on the hunt for that. So this is my weekly section, and I won't go through all the weeklies because they basically look the same. And I have the 6 months of the weeklies in here. So February through July. Yes, so February through July. And then the next section that I have in here is meals. This is meal plans and recipes. I'm using the Happy Planner if I didn't already announce that this little divider thing here is from the Happy Planner. But I'm using the Happy Planner little plastic dashboards that I cut down because I really needed some top tabs, but I needed some sturdy top tabs. And so this one is my meal plan and recipe section. And basically what I have in here is I have my recipe cards. I stuck a adhesive pocket on here, so I have my recipe cards. I have a ultimate grocery list, which I got from Google. I just printed out and sized down the best one that basically had everything that I liked and needed and could reference, because the one that I have that I got from Etsy, it's great, but it doesn't include like realistic things like the household items and stuff like that. So I found this one, and this one helps. I have some page flags and stuff because I like to move things around a lot. And then this is my actual meal planning insert. I have not used these inserts yet because I was still kind of tweaking the sections. Mind you, I had to pull out stuff and put back in stuff. But I do have like this sheet of paper here that, because I want to get better at meal planning. I used to be good at it and I just kind of like been winging it. But basically, you have like a meal balanced or a meal builder where you can balance your meals out, and then you can write your favorite meals from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And then you have your cooking guidelines, instructions, kitchen conversions, baking instructions, basically everything useful to you in the kitchen. And then you have your meal planner. So you have, this is the whole year. I have the whole year of meal planning inserts, and basically you have two weeks on a page with two grocery list sections. And then at the end, let me see, at the end of it you can make sure at the end of it you can break down your expenses, like what you spend on groceries for each week for out throughout the year. And then at the end of it you can total up what you spent for the entire year on food. So I have it slightly filled out up here because I'm getting ready to do some meal planning. I've been kind of writing down some meal ideas and the things that I might need to do that. This kind of helps me. Me and my husband, we're trying to take a new approach to our spending and how we want to tackle spending so that we can replenish our savings account. And a lot of what we spend is basically on baby products, groceries. Because groceries is really high, and sometimes we eat out and that can be very costly. So we're trying to get better at it. So I found that it was easier to just grab a sheet of paper and to just basically map out certain meals, and then just put a bunch here that I think might be good for the family, and then pick the ones that I really want to cook and then put them here. My plan is to only cook 3 days out of the week. So Monday, Wednesdays, Friday, and then eat leftovers in between those days, and have maybe one day where people fend for themselves. So that is my idea. Outside of that, I did get a recipe book this time, and this is a thick. I mean, she's thick. So I got this recipe book, and it comes with a table of contents, and it's broken down between appetizers, soups and salads, main courses, desserts, and drinks. I thought it would be easy to have my recipe book with me, so that way I could write down the recipes that I really, really like and care to keep, and then go back when I'm meal planning, like when I sit down to meal plan, right? And then try to build my weekly meals from that, still using a piece of paper to brain dump it all. It does come with an index, so you can write down the meals and the pages that they're on so that you can get there a lot quicker. And then you have another tips and tricks page, which basically is kind of like the meal builder, but this just gives you some more information. And then basically, this is what all of them look like. You have the labels of what section it is, and they're all color coded. And then you have your recipe from the kitchen, the difficulty level, prep time, cook time. And then you have how many it serves, the ingredients, directions, the temperature, whether or not it's low carb, dairy free, vegetarian, or other. And you have a small note section. I like to use this note section to write the calories, carbs, proteins, and things like that. I've already started to fill out the main course section. Like, I've already started putting like meals in here, because believe it or not, I do have a section in my phone and my Samsung Notes where I scour the internet for recipes all the time, and I just kind of like copy paste them into a section that I have. So I like to go to this site called Eating Well. It is like geared towards like diabetic meals. And then I have other sites that I like to go to and get meal ideas from. And basically, when I find meals that I'm really, really interested in, I just share the link to that portion of my or I share the link in the Samsung Notes app, and then the recipe pops up with a link, and then I can just click on it and I can go to that recipe. So that's basically what I do in my phone, but I thought it would be more helpful to have it written out here, so that way I don't always have to do that. So I'm still in the process of working on that, but this is where I am. Secondly, after the recipe section, you just have some notes and contact pages. I don't know why they include this, but you have it there. But also, this next section is the daily section. Now, I did another dashboard because, like I said, they have a monthly for both the weekly and the daily. And basically, what I've done here is I've mapped out some personal, these are like personal goals to me, like um, my phone time, like what I want to do for my phone, food and snacks, and self care. So, like, I want to limit my view time on my phone. So, limiting the time that I like scroll through Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, what have you. Food and snacks, I want to get better at eating better meals, consistently drinking water, things like that. And then self care, like what I need to be doing for myself to feel good, because I haven't been feeling the greatest. And then I have holidays and then events. Everybody knows we have like Valentine's Day coming up, and then President's Day, and then Groundhog's Day is not a holiday, but I like it used to be a thing where I would always ask my mom, like, did the groundhog see a shadow today? And it used to be a thing. So I just like to note that in there. But nonetheless, this is how I've been using this dashboard area for the daily section. And then these goals are broken down to me. So this dashboard is specifically for me. These are my particular personal goals. These are my YouTube goals and Instagram, like things that I want to do for YouTube, things I don't want to do for Instagram. And then I haven't used this, but I intend to break down like social media goals, like maybe I want to do a new intro or new banner or something like that. I can write down my ideas here. And then this is my monthly and the daily part. It's the same as the monthly and the weekly. It's just this one I decorated with stickers. Oh, and I never explained this, but this sidebar is weekly to do tasks. So you have like garbage disposal is on every week, and then you have like I'm supposed to be checking my weight at least every 2 weeks, but I haven't done it. And then I have like deep cleans on here. So that's basically what this sidebar is. It's just a space for me to make weekly to-do lists and then check them off. These are my dailies. I'm not going to go too depth or too deep in them because this is what they are. Weekends, I don't really have a schedule. This is priorities to do, schedule, gratitude, notes of the day. And in this section, I just leave up to whatever. Maybe it's extra, maybe it's small journaling, what have you. That's what it turns out to be at the moment. I'm still in the midst of trying to tweak it, trying to figure out what to do with it. But like I said, this is a work in progress for me. But this is the only planner that has really worked. So there's that. And then like where I need note pages, I just pull note paper. I have a note section in here, and then I also have note paper behind the weekly sections. So I just pull like note paper when I need it, and I do like extended schedule changes, to-do list. I do like to buy notes, randoms, right? And then again, this is what the daily sections look like. And the Happy Planner, by the way, the Happy Planner punch, like the holes, they do not turn the greatest on the Jane's Agenda disc. They kind of like get stuck a little bit because I think the mushroom is not as big as like the Levenger punch. But yes, they don't turn the greatest, but I don't care. I still want them in there. And then this would be today. So I only have 3 months of dailies because I don't really think I need 6 months of dailies in here. When February is out, I'm probably gonna pull it. I'm probably just gonna pull that out, and then I'll have March and April in here. If you're still here, kudos to you. I hope you're finding some use in all the information that I'm sharing. The next section that I have in here is a medical section. This is new. This is what I decided to add, and I thought that this would be super beneficial. Would have been really great if I had this when I was pregnant, but nonetheless, I added this section in here because I thought to myself that it would be really good to have a paper trail, a paper record of like everyone's medical stuff. So it's just like a medical profile. Like you can fill this out, you can write down like all the appointments and stuff. Emergency contacts for your doctors, pharmacies that you go to, equipment if you have equipment. Like I used to have a glucose kit. I'm sorry. I used to have a blood sugar kit, things like that. You write out all your prescriptions and medications. I have not filled this out for privacy reasons, but you have that in here. And then you also have your medication tracker, which I thought was useful. And then you have your doctor visits pages. So like if you have doctor's visits, you can put them here. And I've skipped over this, but you have a symptom tracker. And basically, as you get like symptoms and you want to go to the doctor, you want to bring it up to the doctor. I don't need to take this entire planner for starters. I can literally take whatever I need and just, go off of that, or I can even screenshot this if I really want to. That saves me extra time. But you have a symptoms tracker, doctor visit sheets, surgery prep sheets, and then medical expenses. I'll go in blood pressure and then medical expenses. So I'll go into more depth about this and later plan with me's and things like that. But I thought that was useful. And then I also have a wellness journal. And this is supposed to go alongside the medical stuff as well as like my own physical needs, like tracking my physical activity, nutrition, water, sleep, steps, weight, all of that stuff. After that, lastly, you just have notes, just a plain note section. So again, this video is really, really long, but I wanted to show you how I have this Plum planner set up, why I feel like it's the most useful yet practical thing in my life, because realistically speaking, the Midori is just not, it is not practical for me. It is not useful for me. Like I like it for convenience, but I like to track and keep up with so many things. I'm still tweaking, or not tweaking anymore, but I'm still in the process of filling stuff out in my Plum planner because I need time to just sit down and do everything, but I don't have a lot of time, but I need to fill out the stuff in here because I'm transitioning from my Midori to this. Hopefully you guys stick around for the journey and the plan with me's, future plan with me's, because I used to do them a lot, but I haven't done them in quite a while. So hopefully you found some use in all of this information. I know it's a long video. I appreciate you. I love you for hanging around. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Say hi in the comments. Say hi on the community tab post. And yeah, that's all that I have for you. I'll see you in the next video, and I will catch you guys later. Bye, guys.